Okay, we will bring the meeting to order for November 4th, 2025. And the first thing on the agenda here is approve agenda action.
Mr. Chair, there have been a few changes to the agenda, 2 donation resolutions added for veteran services. You can strike the amended conditional use for DHC Properties LLC and add preliminary plat Sanders Way under the land and resource items. And a donation resolution added under Human Services for Tabitha Kremen. We're starting with Resolution 25-85 today.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as amended, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'll second.
Jeff, I'm going to go with Jeff. Lene, please.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Already approved draft minutes of October 21st, 2025, regular meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, Tim.
I'll second.
Thank you, Shane. Lene, please.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina.
Yes.
Rapp.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, and approved draft minutes from October 27, 2025, special meeting action.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from October 27th.
Thank you, Shane.
Second.
Thank you, Charlie. Lene, please.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina.
Yes.
Rapp.
Yes.
Way.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. And then we'll go with Jake Turner, Veteran Service Officer. Come on up.
Save the pieces.
Morning.
Good morning.
So today I'm bringing before you 4 different donations. The first one is from Mr. and Mrs. Steinhorst. They donated $10,000 to the purchase of the new vehicle.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2585, Steinhorst donation of $10,000.
Hey, thank you, Tim.
Second.
Thank you, Charlie. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina.
Yes.
Rapp.
Yes.
Way.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Motion carries.
The next one will be the VFW Auxiliary, also donated. It's the local posted auxiliary. They donated $2,000 for the vehicle.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept the resolution 2586 from the VFW auxiliary donation.
Thank you, Shane.
A second.
Thank you, Jeff. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Kalina.
Yes.
Rapp.
Yes.
Way.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Motion carries.
The VFW Auxiliary also donated $500. That $500 is going towards veterans in need, so for gift cards for them.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2587 from the
Thank you, Charlie.
auxiliary donation.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you, Tim. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Rapp.
Yes.
Way.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Kalina.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And then finally, the Osakis VFW donated $2,500 for the vehicle, or for purchasing a new vehicle.
We're gonna get that thing paid for.
It's pretty close.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2588 from the Osakis VFW for the van.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'll second.
Thank you, Tim. Lene, please.
Way.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Kalina.
Yes.
Rapp.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And then just so you guys are aware, the insurance money we got back was $7,100 minus the $14,500 that we just talked about. We have $11,400 is what we paid out for the vehicle, but I've got probably about another $4,000 to $4,500 in donations pledged.
Great.
So,
Great. All right, super.
all right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yep, thank you. Mr. Erickson.
Good morning. Just one item for your consideration. That's a resolution to support Millerville Township's local road improvement program grant application. So they need us to be really their sponsor for this because the money will come to the county if they're successful in their grant. And then we would pass it back through to them for their project. So that's what we're doing here today.
All right. Board's wishes.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to support Millerville Township Resolution 2589.
Thank you, Shane.
I'll second.
Thank you, Tim.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Tim, can you explain that a little bit? What,
So local road improvement program is something that the legislature funded. They usually pass one of these every couple of years. So it goes out to it's an open grant application. It goes for the cities, counties, townships, and tribe.
oh, okay, so the township on its own can,
Correct. Yep. But because they have less than 5,000 residents,
yeah,
they need our kind of blessing because we're going to be the sponsor for that. That money is going to come to us instead of to
with the
them.
bank,
We're the bank.
or Vicky's
Yes.
the bank, I should say, or?
Yep. So that money will come into us
Okay,
to turn around and pass over to them when they have their plans ready, if they're awarded.
okay, thank you.
Okay, any other questions? If not, Lene, please.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yeah.
motion carries.
Thank you. I know you're a tad behind. I'm just going to tell you County 46 is open. We also have a bridge open at Chippewa Park. We're going to do a little bit of approach grading these next couple of weeks, but otherwise the bridge is done.
Great.
So
Great.
projects are going
How
well.
about 77?
77? It's getting bladed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Mr. Rush.
Good morning.
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 All right, I have some items for you this morning. The first is a final plat. This is Red Rock Island. This is a peninsula that sits out in Red Rock Lake, owned by the Jensen family. And they are essentially proceeding to plat out a family compound out on that peninsula. So this was a plan unit development that was approved by you about a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer. And at this point, they've met all of the requirements that the county set for ensuring that there is a minimum road out there that provides safe passage back and forth. And they've established a set of covenants that regulates it, but it's no different than any other plan unit development other than it's essentially owned by one family with lots for individual lake homes out on the island. There's cluster septic systems that'll be installed out there that'll serve essentially clusters of those homes or cabins. They'd like to start building out there, so they need to proceed to final plat in order to have the lots be created so that they can start building in those areas. So with that, we recommend approval of the final plat for recording.
So, Mr. Rush, I just wanted to ask, is that a private road then going all the way out to the island?
Correct. So if you look at the top of your image there, there's a road, township road that comes in. I think Sherwood is the development there. That township road stops, and from that right-of-way, it's a private road out onto the island. We did have some requirements. We wanted to make sure that the road was maintained in a way that emergency equipment could get back in there, and they've met that requirement. It's a difficult spot, given the narrowness of that strip of land that leads out to that island, but it's not really an island.
All right. Really an island, is
Not
that?
really an island.
It isn't. I know the location, but the road
It's
isn't
close.
really
It's
a
close.
road either, so it's, I mean, it's
Well,
not, it
and-
is now built a little better.
And you obviously remember, but
Yeah.
members of our planning commission recall, as as young men. There were cattle grazed there.
Yes.
There was hay cut in that area. So the water levels come up. I believe it's.
After this summer, yes.
I believe it's been stabilized now. There's an outlet that functions on Red Rock, so that lake level is where it is.
Okay, there you have it.
I'll make a motion to approve final plat, Red Rock Island with conditions.
Thank you, Tim.
I'll second.
Thank you, Shane. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yeah.
Meyer,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. The next items that I have are from our Planning Advisory Commission meeting last Tuesday. You can see that there were some changes to our proposed agenda. The first item is a conditional use permit. This is for Quist Rock LLC. This is Arnquist Flooring. Purchased this property near County Road 8 and 40 and constructed a building that they would like to use as a warehouse for their business. So they're seeking a permit to allow warehousing and/or contractor shop or office with some outdoor storage. Planning Commission looked at this. They did recommend approval with the 6 conditions. Basically, the conditions limit the amount of outdoor storage and where it is, and control some of the lighting and other things to ensure that the property remains compatible in that neighborhood.
Mr. Chair, I got a question. Mr. Rush, haven't they already been using this for this? For quite a while, I thought.
Yes, it appears that they have been using it for that purpose. And I think at this point, they'd like to make it a legitimate use, so
Makes sense.
it does.
Got it.
So, and maybe I don't understand it, but the warehouse for off-site retail sales, and then you go further on about conditional permitting using that require the approval of the board. Not every time they want to run a sale out there for retail.
Correct. So what we're saying in that condition is that the purpose of this building is for off-site storage. So we don't want retail sales to occur out there. So if they are
Don't
seeking.
we have a precedent-setting neighbor?
Well, the neighbor isn't constrained by those same.
He doesn't have the same.
Yes.
And they're telling you they're not going to do that.
Well, and our understanding from the applicant is that he understands these conditions and, has no problem abiding by them.
He's been
Okay.
using that as a warehouse for quite
Well,
a
I
while.
understand.
And
But,
his,
or if he comes to us and he can ask if he wants to
Correct.
run a sale on Labor Day weekend or something, we can give him permission to do that. But I don't know if we should be in that capacity every time they want to do that.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I think part of the issue is in that area and the size property they have, I don't know that we want retail traffic in and out of there, that the warehousing traffic is, a truck every day or so. And I know across
I don't
the road-
disagree that he didn't set it up to do retail, without a doubt. So maybe he has no plan. Okay.
So I just want to add, so for example, if there's a carpet installer or a flooring installer of some type and they go out there and pick it up, that would be okay.
Correct, that's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Yep.
okay.
that's what they're doing now.
Yeah, and that's fine, that's fine.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve, what's it called? Quist Rock conditional use permit with the 6 conditional use.
Thank you, Shane.
I'll second.
Thank you, Tim. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yeah.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
motion carries.
So my next item is a conditional use permit application for Justin M. Henricks. This is in Orange Township, and he's seeking to, his wife does hair and beauty treatments and services. They would like to operate that business out of their house. This is a common request we get in more rural areas. Planning Commission looked at it and recommended approval with the 2 conditions that are in your packet.
Board's wishes.
I'll make a motion to approve the conditional use permit for Hendricks with conditions.
Thank you, Tim.
A second.
And thank you, Jeff. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. So the next item I have for you is a preliminary plat. This is Lake Darling Resort First Edition. I should let the board know, so this was brought to us as a 2-part request. The first part of the request was to expand the resort. It's resorts are planned unit developments that require conditional use permit approval for changes to the resort, including uses or expansion of land area or density or units. So the applicant came to us with a proposal to expand the resort by adding in property. The property that you see here, it's 5.5 acres on the south side of County Road 22. And then there's a piece of property directly adjacent to the resort. Many of you are probably familiar with the Holtman residence that was part of the resort at one time. So the conditional use permit at the Planning Commission meeting was tabled. There's some additional information that the Planning Commission was looking for related to the amount of traffic, some information about the size of a proposed restaurant meeting room, and some other issues. But the applicant felt that they would like to proceed with being able to plat this property. Planning Commission reviewed that, and with the understanding that even if this property is approved to be platted, without approval of a conditional use permit, it cannot be brought into the resort or used for purposes related to the resort. So Planning Commission did recommend approval of the plat. There's 2 conditions in your staff report.
Okay, I do have a couple of, one big one there, and that is that I'm sure this will be open in the wintertime, and if it is going to be accessible by snowmobile, 4-wheeler, whatever, that river never freezes out in front of there, and I think that needs to be lit up year-round, or at least during the winter, because someone will drive right into the water, and I think that has to be, have some kind of warning there.
Appreciate the input. We can talk to the sheriff's office about marking that channel. If it is open
Yeah.
water, there's probably something.
It hardly ever freezes, and it's.
It doesn't freeze.
No,
I
no.
was on that lake for a
No,
long enough.
no.
I had.
So I think that's something that needs to be added if this is gonna go through, that there be a warning out there during winter months.
Mr. Chair, David, it's going there because of the resort across Sunville. What do they got for a plan on safety for foot traffic crossing 22?
Well, and
The amount of traffic, and they're coming from a blind hill.
yeah,
And I'm not, I mean, I'm in favor of business, but I know the location very well. I spent many years out in that area, but I was wondering how they were gonna handle that, because that's what they're doing, because they can access, and I don't blame them. They're filling that corner of the lake. One thing they don't have in that area is a decent, a real great place to go to eat where they don't have to travel.
right.
But that means they're gonna be on foot. 22 isn't set up for foot traffic crossings. Not yet.
Correct. Well, Mr. Chair, happy to answer those questions. I guess before I do answer, I want to clarify all of that related to the uses that they're proposing and conditions that might mitigate issues are all part of the conditional use permit application that was tabled by the Planning Commission. But I'm happy to answer those questions. If you want to go back, Lene, to the survey that was in there. So what they're proposing to do in their conditional use permit application is what was formerly the Holtman residence. They are proposing to put a meeting room and restaurant on that property. They recognize that.
On the north side of 22.
Correct.
The house that the Holtmans lived in.
Correct. That
That's where
house-
the meeting room and stuff is going to be.
That house will be removed.
The restaurant is going to be on the south side of 20.
Nope,
Nope.
nope,
No.
it's all on the same side.
It's all going to stay on the
So
north.
it's our understanding that, as you can see from that survey, it's not a very large facility because there just isn't
There's
room
no
there.
room. You can't really build anything where the Holtman house was.
Well, they're able to
According to
use
your rules.
the non-conforming square footage that was there, meet the residential setback with structure. So they could build something in the neighborhood of maybe 3,000 square feet or 3,800 square feet. But they also need parking associated with that. Our ordinance specifies parking spaces related to restaurants. So they'd like to be able to have some docking out there, both for a recreational equipment rental business and for the restaurant. And they have a piece of property on the south side of the road there, northwest of Westlake Cowdery Road, where they have leased that property, and it's permitted to allow them to do parking there. So you can see from the drawing, they are proposing to extend the sidewalk on 22. It ends at the bridge over that tributary waterway. They would extend that sidewalk to the west, northwest, and then they would, at their expense, install a crosswalk across 22 with a RRFB, so it's a flashing beacon, and then they would also, there's some conditions that were proposed by staff and that they would try to stop pedestrian traffic from crossing in other places on 22 and funnel it to that crosswalk. There's some signage that the highway department has requested, as well as on-road messaging. So basically painted in large letters on 22, there would be messaging like crosswalk ahead. It's also been discussed with the county engineer ways to try to, as I think it's called today, calm the traffic in that area. So as vehicles are coming from the west-northwest, as they come down into that location, which is already quite busy with pedestrians in the summertime, that traffic attempt to be calmed to 40 miles an hour, which is the posted speed limit, or below. So those are all proposals to try to deal with the pedestrian traffic and parking. There are questions, as I said, Planning Commission, one of their big questions was, what is the actual size of the restaurant facility going to be, the seating capacity? Because it's the seating capacity that dictates the parking and the traffic that's going to come in and out.
And I don't blame them for going after that because they have parking. A lot of the people they're dealing with are people staying with them already.
That's what they informed us that they
Well,
expected.
I mean, that's not hard to figure, I don't think, as we all know that, which is a great idea. Is the DNR okay with this thing with the, one of the deepest holes in that entire lake is right in front of this property?
Yeah, so the DNR supplied the Planning Commission with a comment letter. The letter basically addressed several things. One is the impervious surface coverage, that it appears that it's out of compliance today, needs to be brought into compliance. Stormwater controls that were proposed back in 2016, not all of them were installed or are operating properly. Those need to be rectified. And then the DNR addressed the additional docking that was sought. They recommended that that docking be set back away from that channel, and that if at all possible, the amount of docking be limited to the least number of tie-up slips that they would need in order to have traffic in and out of that restaurant facility.
That drop-off is only 50 feet from shore and only about 40 feet west of the channel. I mean, we used to throw in there, remember? You remember walking out there after walleyes. And that's, I mean,
So-
it's a deep hole.
Yep, so,
Okay.
Mr. Chair, you can see on the
Yep.
image, the proposed docking there, the facility is acquiring a strip of land to the east along that shoreline, and
Yeah.
that's where they would propose to put that docking.
No, I get it. I'm not sure everybody's aware of that.
Yeah, so that's one of the things staff recommended, that that docking be at least 100 feet from the mouth of that tributary water course. That 100 feet would set them back away from that hole. As you point out, it's often not just a popular fishing hole, but in the summertime, you have people floating and tubing down the river. Lots of boats come in there and tie up so they can go swimming in that hole. So we know there's a lot of traffic
That
there.
access between Darling and Carver was always called our Amazon, so. There's that nice little double S going back in there.
Yes.
That's why, Jerry, it never does freeze because of that and stuff and all the cat.
But all of those things that we just discussed are part of the conditional use permit, which I think Planning Commission at one of their next meetings, hopefully will get some additional answers and be able to make a recommendation to you on this application. I think you're probably aware, perhaps you're not, but there was at least probably 30 or 35 people that attended our meeting last week. Many in opposition to this expansion of the resort. They're quite pleased with the condition of the resort today compared to its former
Done a
condition.
beautiful job in comparison to what was there.
But they are not excited about the additional traffic that it'll bring to that area.
It's brought a lot more people to the area.
Well, we've at least in terms of providing some example of this situation, staff feels that it is very similar to the situation over on Nokomis on 42, where the Lure and Zorbas are located. There's a lot of pedestrian and vehicle traffic in that area. Similar speeds, 40 miles an hour is the speed. It's a county road. Similar traffic counts and so on. So at least we have some example of where that's.
Okay, I think you take what we've said here back to the board and then bring it back to us.
Will do.
All righty, thank you. All right, board's wishes. It's an action item.
I think you already made.
Did we, I don't think we have, no, we need action on
You
it.
need action on
Yeah.
it, yeah.
And this is just to keep going.
This,
This doesn't give them approval.
this doesn't give them permission
so
to
they can
build.
plat it out,
It's
right.
just to combine
Chair.
the two parcels together.
It's, Mr. Chair, no, it's permission to subdivide the property and plat it. I think the important thing here is that they need to understand that this property cannot be put into the resort or used for resort purposes until that conditional use permit gets approved.
Okay, board's wishes.
So move.
Charlie, thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Shane. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, number 6.
Number 5.
Oh, I thought we were in number 6.
No, you're right, correct, I'm sorry. You-
All right.
on the corrected agenda, they don't go away. Sanders Way, so this is a preliminary plat. This was brought before Planning Commission last Tuesday. It's a 3-lot proposed plat. The plat is located in the residential zoning district, which is also the sewer district. It sits approximately just under a half mile from the existing sanitary sewer line, which is located in the right-of-way of State Highway 114. This plat, there were two questions, one to the Board of Adjustment, which is, could the plat proceed without the requirement to provide a connection to central sewer to these three lots? The answer to that question, Board of Adjustment, was yes. So the board granted a variance for them not to have to connect. So the Planning Commission took up this application, which staff had recommended that it be tabled based on a request from the township that was still considering options for potentially providing sewer to this location. But with the variance being granted, Planning Commission felt that it was best not to have this individual have to wait to determine if there were other ways to provide connection to central sewer, as well as the costs of providing and extending central sewer out to that location seemed quite large and not feasible. So Planning Commission recommended that this preliminary plat be approved, and then there's three conditions there that essentially, one, relate to sewer, that there's septic sites available for type 1 systems, and then there was some concern about drainage, given the high water table and the low topography out there. So there's two conditions related to ensuring that development on these lots does not cause runoff to impact neighboring properties. So with that, the recommendation from Planning Commission is to approve the preliminary plat.
Board's wishes.
I'll make a motion to approve the preliminary plat, the Sanders Way with the conditions.
Thank you, Tim.
Second.
Thank you, Jeff. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
motion carries.
Very good. Unless you have questions.
Okay,
for
I
me.
do. Did you make any connection with Mr. Gilbertson about coming in here and let's talk about that water softener discharge?
I have not. I think that would make an excellent work session
Okay,
topic.
all right.
And I think your next work session, end of
18th, November 18th.
Next meeting, yep.
next
Let's put
meeting.
her on there. Okay,
So,
all right,
and
very
I'll
good.
talk to him and work with Lene to get
Very
that
good.
on the agenda. Very good.
Thank you. Tabitha from Community Human Services.
Good morning, Commissioners. I have two items for you this morning. The first of which is an amended grant contract for Beyond Brink. So this is utilization of the opioid dollars. This contract had previously been approved for the calendar year 2025. Beyond Brink, the contracted party, has requested an extension to expend those dollars. So what you have before you is an amended component of the contract to just extend their timeline for utilization of those dollars out through June 30, 2026, instead of 12/30/2025.
Mr. Chair, do you, Tabitha, recommend we do this?
You know, I have been working with Lee and with Jill on this. At this point, nobody has a very particular communication with that party. And Lee and Jill, you can pop in. What I understand to be the scenario at this point is that they had a different grant that they were able to extend out a little bit further to utilize those dollars. And so they didn't have as much of a need for the opioid contract dollars right away. So at this point, their contract was for $80,680, and through September, at this point, they've spent $12,587 and have $68,000 remaining.
That's why we talked about it a little bit. If they weren't going to utilize them, I'm sure you guys could find ways.
Yeah, and certainly,
I mean, that's why, should we we can extend it without a doubt if it's gonna be used properly and stuff. There's plenty of need.
yeah, I think without being too close to the vendor, right? I certainly think that the work that they're doing is addressing harm reduction for individuals with any type of substance use. So as it was approved by the board before, the intent aligns closely with what the opioid dollars are intended to do. They provide peer recovery support, outreach, and education. So, I think it's appropriate to extend out their timeline. If they weren't able to extend those dollars after that, we could certainly rediscuss that. Given that it is a reimbursement request, there's really no harm. Those dollars just will remain here at the county until they were able to utilize those.
Any other questions?
I'll make a motion and therefore we go ahead and extend it.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Shane. Again, any other questions? None? Lene, please.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
motion carries.
All right. The second item that I have before you is a resolution to accept a donation. Certainly, there has been information shared within the community at the last board meeting regarding the federal shutdown and how that is impacting recipients of SNAP benefits. As you might be aware, there's no movement with that. Those benefits are still at this point on pause for anybody who would receive those food dollars to supplement their grocery budget. So as that is gaining awareness, we are seeing more individuals who are interested in helping support individuals impacted by that. So we had a donation of 4 $50 Aldi gift cards that I am looking for assistance in accepting. And those are intended to go to recipients of SNAP benefits who do not have those benefits currently.
Board's wishes.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2590, gift card donation by Aldi's.
Thank you, Tim.
A second.
Thank you, Jeff. Lene, please.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
motion carries.
All righty.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Vicki Doling, Auditor Treasurer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've got a resolution for a gambling permit. Alexandria Industries Charitable Foundation is seeking to perform a raffle at the Smith Lake Public Access on February 21st in Osakis Township.
I'll make a motion, we approve resolution 2591, gambling permit for Alec Industries Charitable.
Thank you, Charlie.
Second.
Thank you, Shane. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
motion carries.
All right, my next item is a liquor license name change. Melby Outpost is undergoing an ownership change. Essentially, it's going back to the former owner, and so therefore they need to obtain their own liquor license again. So just seeking an approval for the on and off sale liquor license for Melby Outpost LLC.
Board's wishes.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Shane.
I'll second.
Thank you, Tim.
Is it close enough or is this just for the remainder of the year,
It'll be for the remainder of their license period through the end of June.
for the June
Next year.
30th?
Yep, July 1, yep.
Any other questions? If not, Lene, please.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
motion carries.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Jill Frizzell, Finance Director.
Good morning. I just have one item today, just looking for a motion to approve bills totaling $11,373,774.34. And there's not quite there's a little over 10 million there in settlement to school districts and the Department of Revenue included in that total.
I hope you're getting handling fees.
Board's wishes.
To pay the bills.
Okay, Charlie, thank you.
A second.
Thank you, Jeff. Anything else? Lene, please.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
motion carries.
That's all I have, thank you.
All righty. Okay, we move on to some appointments here. And this is informational appointment to HRA Board, District 3. Barb Hagenson would be joining the Housing Redevelopment Authority Board for a 5-year term commencing December 1st, 2025. And then let's go to number 2, appointment to Library Board at Large. And Dave Schultz is recommended for a 3-year term commencing January 1st, 2026. That we need action on.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Shane.
A second.
Thank you, Jeff. Any other questions?
I just want to comment that Dave was, he filled Heather's Larson's, so Heather had left early, so he only had 1 year, so now he'll be on for 3.
Got it.
So that's what's going on here. All right.
Lene?
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay, number 3, appointment to Horizon Community Health Board. This is Heather Molesworth, at-large representative, and this is an action item.
I'll make a motion, we approve the appointment of Heather Molson to the Horizon Community Health Board.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'll second.
Thank you, Tim. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
motion carries.
Alrighty, number 4, appointment to Extension Committee, District 3, informational, is Jean Rasmussen to a 3-year term commencing January 1st, 2026. And we'll go to number 5, appointment to the Extension Committee, District 4. And this is for Jessica Klimick to a 3-year term commencing January 1st, 2026. And that takes care of the appointments for the boards. And so we move on to per diems.
Okay, I guess I'm up first. The 3rd of October had planning and zoning viewings. That was on a Friday. And then the 6th, we had MRC meeting here in the administration building. It was their district meeting we hosted. 7th, commissioner meeting. 14th, we had the planning and zoning meeting. That was on a Tuesday night. 14th also had a budget meeting here in the morning. 16th was West Central Juvenile Detention Center in Moorhead. And on the 16th, we had the Economic Development District meeting in Fergus Falls. So I had 2 out-of-town meetings that day. 17th, planning and zoning viewing in the morning. And then before that, I had a flood board meeting that morning for emergency meeting on Voyager Drive by the Banky wetlands there. The culvert has collapsed, so they replaced that. 24th was a hospital board meeting. 27th, Lakeland Mental Health. They pay per diems. That was Zoom because it was in Moorhead and I couldn't make it. Then the 27th in the evening, we had the city county meeting at 5 o'clock. 28th was planning and zoning meeting in the evening. 30th, we had public works meeting. Jeff and I were there in the morning at 9. And then on the 31st was the AMC District 4 meeting in Fergus Falls. And then I forgot about the 21st was commissioner meeting and the 21st was also a work session after the meeting. Any questions?
Seeing none. Charlie?
October 6th, MRC meeting here, 10 in the morning with everybody. The 7th was commissioners meeting at 9. The 8th, we had an LGC meeting at 9 in the morning. And we had also a building committee meeting that day here On the 9th, Rainbow Rider in Lowry. 13th, Horizon Public Health. 14th, the Hospital Executive Committee meeting. And also, we had a budget meeting here at 9 o'clock. On the 15th, at department head meeting, it was my shot at open line, I guess. 16th, solid waste meeting at 8. On the 20th, I was at open line. 21st, we had our commissioner meeting with the work session. 24th, hospital board meeting, 7:30. And on the 27th, we met with City Hall at 5 o'clock, the special meeting. 28th, we had the hospital quarterly safety meeting at 7 a.m. And on the 30th, we had the hospital finance committee meeting at 8 o'clock.
All righty. Thank you, Charlie. I guess that puts me up next here. On 10-2, Prime West. Also 10-2, we had the PIO meeting. On 10-3, we had a road update with Tim Erickson. 10-6, MRC. 10-7, regular meeting. 10-13, Horizon. 10-15, PIO. On 10-20, Dancing Sky, Zoom. 10-21, regular meeting. 10-21, Sauk River Watershed. 10-24, Hospital. And 10-27, meeting with the city. And 10-28, Prime West Parkers Prairie for their yearly conference. That takes care of it. Any questions? I guess, no?
I'm up next.
Yep.
October 2nd was our PIO meeting. We did the updates on the agenda. Same thing on that day was Prime West, our monthly meeting. On 10-3, Public Works. I was there with Jerry. Updates around the county. On the 7th was our county board meeting. On the 8th was LGC meeting. Did some local updates and toured the RCC that day. On 10-10 at the admin building, I was here working on labor negotiations. 10-13 Horizon Health monthly meeting, they pay. 10-14 Alamir executive meeting, did updates on the agenda. 15th was PIO meeting, did county agenda updates again for the county. 10-16 Pope Douglas Solid Waste monthly meeting, they pay. 16th was the library monthly meeting. 10-21 was our county board meeting and work session that day. On the 22nd was Ag Extension, our quarterly meeting. 10-23 Task Force on Aging. 24th was our Alamir Health monthly meeting. On the 28th was our Prime West did all-day training up in Parkers Prairie. On the 29th was our PIO meeting, agenda updates, and then we went to Pope Douglas Solid Waste for a tri-county meeting in Waite Park on the 30th.
Thank you, Shane. Commissioner Way.
Okay. On the 26th of September, the hospital board meeting, on the public hearing on the 501c3 in the county boardroom. Rainbow Rider on the 29th, the emergency meeting with concerning the bus garage. The 29th of September, the American Experiment meeting held in Fergus Falls, informational class of wind and solar. And the 30th of September, Big Stone Alexandria Power Line hearing held at the Broadway Ballroom. And then the 2nd of October, the Behavior Solution Mental Health ribbon cutting ceremony. I felt like that I attended that, and I'm part of the Reason for Mental Health, and then they let me know that they really appreciated the opioid funding settlement, so they very well appreciated. And then 6th of October is the MRC meeting here at the county boardroom. The 10-7 is the county board meeting. 10-9 is the Rainbow Rider board meeting, monthly meeting. 10-10 is the union negotiations held at the county admit's office. 10-14 is soil and water conservation monthly meeting. 10-15 is the Reason for Mental Health meeting. they pay per diem and mileage. 10:16 County Library Board Meeting, alternate for Commissioner Shane. And then 10:17 Chippewa Watershed Joint Powered Board Monthly Meeting. And then 10:21 is the County Board Meeting. 10:21 the work session. 10:22 the Extension meeting held at the courthouse. And then 10:24 Alameda Hospital Board Meeting, monthly meeting.
All righty. So the board here, we've got two there for Jeff that need to be checked. Looks like on September 30th and October
Second.
2. Okay,
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve those two meetings.
thank you, Shane.
Second.
Thank you, Charlie. Any other questions? Lene, please.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kalina,
Yes.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
motion carries.
All righty, and that brings us to the items from the floor. Anybody have anything from the floor? Sir, come on up here, state your name and address. Pull that mic real close to you.
Thank you. My name is Scott Belsas. I'm a resident on Lake Darling. I sent letters to the members of the board, I believe, which you probably received, which reflected the activity at the last land meeting, I think Thursday of last week. I think, I don't know what more you've heard about it, but of the 40-some people that attended that meeting, not one supported this project, not one. They all make negative comments about the potential impact. The board talked about it and compared this situation to Lure, which we all know about over in the city of Alexandria. I don't think you want that situation here. There's a big difference between getting approval to put in a community club, if that's what they're going to do, and restaurant, and opening that up to another drinking establishment on the lake. Nobody in that group is in favor of that. It really wasn't addressed. Dozens of questions were asked at that meeting about the building and about the true purpose of the building and about the lack of parking and the suggestion that people were going to cross 22 to get to this. And there really were no answers provided. I think it's, I really think it's premature to allow them to go ahead with any kind of development plan. There are no drawings. There are no architect's drawings. There's no specification about the size of this addition. And I just feel that, Lake Darling is the backyard for some 100 and some homeowners on that lake. And if this is going to turn into a recreational area with rental of watercraft and a bar, I don't think it adds a single bit of value to the lake, the community. And as far as your mandate for increasing tourism in the area, I'm totally for that. But you have to think about the fact that of all the homeowners on the lake, probably most of the people who visit are guests and friends of those people, or either staying or they're staying at the hotel on the lake. And so there was a universal expression of disappointment that we would consider putting a facility like that in this location. If you visit the property, which I did yesterday, you'll find that there's no parking available. They squeezed everything they possibly can into that piece of property, and I applaud that. I have no objection to that. I just think this continuing renewal of their application to continue to expand the property is something they should have dealt with up front, if that's what they wanted. They should have been straight with you, and they should have been straight with the land board about what they were planning to do. And they've been out of compliance with the impervious water permit since the day they built that property. They put more buildings on it than they probably planned. I don't know, I never saw an original drawing. But the result is they've never addressed that problem. When I discussed this on the phone with employees for the land department, they said that the conditional use permit was a way to monitor the activity of the property owner and maintain compliance. They haven't done that, or at least if they've done it, they didn't get the reaction they were supposed to get. I haven't followed the history here. I'm new to the situation because this is the first time I received notice of the continuing development. But I think the meeting that was held was much more negative than was reported. And I think, like I said, I don't believe there was one party that I've talked to that would support this activity. So I wanted it on the record, and I appreciate your attention to the matter.
Okay,
Thank you.
well, thank you.
Chair, I want
Okay.
to make a comment. I was at that meeting. I was on the board, and I'm the one who tabled it, made the motion to table it because they didn't have anything as far as size and any plans or anything. And that's what I told them. I said, till you come back with a plan so we know the square footage of the building, where the cars are going to be parked, where the pedestrian stuff is going to be, and where the docking is going to be, because I didn't want the docking down where they're putting it, them extra 10. I wanted that in front of the resort, and most of the guys on the board wanted it in front of the resort. But until they come back with a plan, there's no way I'm going to approve it.
I appreciate your comments that night, but you know, it seems to me that these projects always have a certain amount of momentum, and developers have a reputation for putting in what they think they can get approved and then coming back and ask for expansion or furtherance of that, and that's what's been going on here, okay? It's a wonderful property. They did a wonderful job in improving it the way they have. But if you're gonna turn it into a nightclub or a bar on that corner of the lake, to me, it doesn't add any value.
Well, it doesn't fit. To me, to put a building there and put parking, their building isn't going to be big enough to have a restaurant or bar or whatever. If they would originally talked about just for a meeting room for like people on the resort to get together and do stuff, that wouldn't bother me as much as a restaurant and bar, because when you get a restaurant and bar, you're going to have a lot more people influxing into that area.
Yeah, you know, the expansion of the use of wave runners, for example, as you all know, you visit the lakes, you fish, you understand what's going on. I mean, people don't even follow the ordinance. They drive right by your dock. The sheriff can't watch that. It's impossible. You can't do it. I think the mood, to me, is don't let the developer start on a project which is not totally clear where he's going and what he's really going to want and what they're going to come back and ask for later on, because I think that's unfair. It wasn't. It was presented to be a restaurant, and people from the audience asked, as you know, what was it really going to be? And you know, the property's not big enough. Okay, I mean, pure and simple, it's really not.
Well, they come in without a plan of what they wanted to do with where the house sat. That was the biggest thing. They had no plan. They just said, it could be a meeting room, it could be a restaurant, it could be a bar.
They should have torn that old house down when they built the first part. Then they would have met the land requirements, and then they would have had to come back and get a whole new application to get a new building put in. To me, they're dancing around the issues, okay? That's my point, and they keep dancing. And you've heard my comments.
All righty, well, listen, we get your point, and we thank you for your concerns, really do. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate your time.
Yep.
Thank you.
All righty, any other items from the floor? Anybody?
Not doing anything, swing by out there by the sewer district and take it. That's Rainbow Riders building is finally coming out of the ground. Steel went up the other day. So you'll see the blacktop and a bunch of curb and gutter, but they actually got steel up a couple.
Good deal.
I don't know, drive by.
I'll drive by it.
Stuff going on. Yeah, you can do that on the way home.
I can't go that way on the way home.
All righty.
21 is closed.
If
You can
nothing,
turn left and go south.
all right, if nothing else, we adjourn.
I'm sure you can find your way to Turtle.
Thank you, Jeff.
Second.
Thank you, Shane. Lene, please.
Rapp,
Yes.
Way, Meyer,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.